Und damit ein herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Stream, das Stream Nummer 15 mit mir, dem Trainspotter Jason. Ja, wie soll ich euch sagen? Ich sag's schon mal vorab, Train Sim World 7 ist angekündigt worden. Mehr dazu dann um 22 Uhr. Ja. Es wird eine neue deutsche Strecke geben. Was es ist, werdet ihr ab 22 Uhr dann erfahren. Also, ich bin mega verblüfft, muss man sagen. So, das heißt, die letzten 2 Wochen Tsw6, danach ist das Ding auch Geschichte. Hallo Jan.
Die ist tatsächlich auch in der Schau. stehe ich auch im Glück drauf, wenn ich da drauf mache. Das ist Erlaubung, ja. Klar, richtig noch. Das ist nicht auch. Aber gerade habe ich auch nicht gesprochen. Was denn? Ich habe gedacht, ich mich so gefreut, dass wir gedacht, okay, die Class 90 kann ich dann nutzen für unser Eurocity damit, was wir da aufbauen, labern. Aber wenn ich höre, dass sie so blöd ausgekommen ist, finde ich es wirklich schade. Ich weiß aber, Leute, warum die so blöd gekommen sind. Das ist, weil wir bestimmt die D-Logo brauchen, wenn wir von denen haben wir uns kennen hier. Wir haben Deutschland fast. Waren es nicht Olleford Studios? Geil. Wie findet ihr eigentlich diesen Kessel? Ja, ich glaube. Nein, ehrlich, ich habe und traurig. Damit es noch eine Strecke gibt, kein Layer. Ich habe gedacht, die ja, die habe ich auch bekommen.
Ja, ja, ich weiß. Habe ja gesagt, Tsw6 kommt.
AFB. AFB.
Ja.
Ich sollte eine tolle Umfrage machen und sagen, was ist besser, Intercity 2 oder XCL? Ich glaube, die meisten mit ICE. Mit Intercity nehmen, genau. Weil ich finde, Intercity, der ist voll ruhig. Ja, aber ich mag den. Kann auch bei euch. Ja, dann wird wir als aussteigen müssen. Aber wir haben es dann abgesprochen, dass wir die Pause nicht verbringen,
Ja.
beziehungsweise was kommt noch vor? Grünerbude genau, dann haben wir noch einen Bodensee.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja, genau. Ja, mit dem fahren wir jetzt nach Dresden-Neustadt, ja, über Riesa. Guten Abend. Ja, richtig. Oh nee, jetzt hängt das hier wieder rum. Ich kotze ab. Aber weiß nicht, was Felix der weiß ein Video macht. So, ja, wir müssen es nochmal kurz neu starten, weil hier das Spiel wieder rumbackt. Boah, ich bin froh, in Tsw6 kommt, ich sag's dir. So, jetzt starten wir nochmal. Und hoffentlich spinnt das jetzt nicht rum. So, nochmal. So, machen wir das nochmal. Aber mal, wir können auch erst einen Regenbogen-PC sparen. Wir werden jetzt kuppeln, fahren Doppeltraktion.
AFB. AFB. AFB.
So. Ja, René, mir geht's gut soweit. Dir? Falls du noch am Z bist. So.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet. Türen geöffnet. Türen geöffnet.
So. Perfekt. So. 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 Das ist nämlich anderes gleich. So.
AFB. AFB.
So.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet. Federspeicherbremse. 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 Zug beeinflusst. Zug beeinflusst.
Sehr geehrte Fahrgäste, herzlich willkommen im ICE der Deutschen Bahn auf unserer Fahrt nach Dresden-Neustadt über Riesa. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Ladies and Gentlemen, willkommen on board on ICE to Dresden-Neustadt while Riesa.
Störung, Störung, Störung.
So, noch eine Stunde. Dann wissen wir, was auf Take a Ticket kommt auf jeden Fall.
Sie fliegen. Sie fliegen.
So, jetzt müssen wir mit dem Wurzen durchfahren. Gleich.
Sie fliegen. Sie fliegen.
Okay, sind wir durch. Perfekt. Dann geht's gleich wieder hoch. 200 km/h. Ist kurz vor Riesa.
Sie fliegen.
Ja, finde ich auch. Endstelle IC4. IC7. In 2 Wochen ist es soweit. 10. September können wir fahren. Weil die Deluxe-Session vorbestellt haben.
Sie fliegen.
Standard Edition startet am 15. September und dann kannst du auch die DLCs, glaube ich, installieren, soweit ich weiß. Aber ich werde nicht jedes DLC installieren. Aber aus Deutschland werde ich alles installieren, 100%.
Sie fliegen. Sie fliegen.
Ich denke mal, wenn wir bis Dresden-Neustadt gefahren sind, dürften wir auch, glaube ich, kurz vor 10 haben und so. Ja, es gibt eine Ultimate Edition, aber die ist schwarz. Ne? Du hast so die meisten Strecken schon. Deluxe-Version lohnt sich mehr, weißt du. Ja, nur noch für PS5, Xbox Series XS und für PC auf Steam und Epic. Glück. Ich bin so froh, dass jetzt ich bin so froh, dass der Lückenschluss gefunden ist zwischen Nürnberg und Würzburg. Hey Jan, es soll auch angeblich eine österreichische Strecke schon für Ticket geben. So wie eine deutsche. Jetzt müssen wir aufpassen, ne? Ja. Ja, hier steht neue Deutsche, neu Österreich, England, USA. Ja, genau. Fürth, ja, wenn du von Nürnberg losfährst, ist die nächste Station schon Fürth, Jan. Und natürlich kriegen wir die Ansagen. Mich würde mal interessieren, was die Features dieses Jahr mit Tsw6 sind. Ja, da bin ich mal gespannt. Ja gut, 50 Minuten müssen wir mehr. Dauert ja nicht mehr lang. Ja, eine österreichische Strecke, also das werden Sie ja sehen, was da gleich kommt. Also ich bin echt gespannt auf die österreichische Strecke und auf die deutsche. Also Jan, das Alter, sag's dir. Ja, warte mal, ich muss noch kurz in den Live-Chat gehen, Jan. Das ist, ich meine, das KI-Züge. Sehr wahrscheinlich, ja, so ein KI-Züge, ja, definitiv. Tut sie uns jetzt gleich aufs andere Gleis oder was? Und, und das, naja, soll mir egal sein. Soll auch ich machen. Ist ja nicht schlimm, wir sind ja im freien Modus. Können wir ja alles machen. Ja, Alter, ich freue mich auf den REC, ich sag dir, wie es ist, ey, ich kenne den Mob auch aus den echten Jahren und ich weiß, wie der ist. Alter, ich freue mich schon auf den Fahrsound. Richtig nice, Alter. Ich hoffe, dass wir dann irgendwann noch die Strecke zwischen Würzburg und Schlichtern bekommen oder so. Mit Anschluss an die Kinzigtalbahn. Kannst du nämlich die RB 53 fahren von Würzburg bis Schlichtern. Gut, die LCB meldet sich schon, da ich auf 100 runter muss. Ja, ist auch gut, dass wir die erstmal München kriegen. Ja, ich hab's verstanden.
Zugbeeinflussung. 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 Schwanzbremse. Störung. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja, warum der jetzt mit den Zwangs reingescheppert hat.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja, Roothopping kommt, Jan. Natürlich.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ah, okay. Was? Ja, von groß. Ey, der will, ja. Wäre geil, wenn wir da auch was kommen. Von, ob wir da weiterbringen von der Strecke. Ja. Ist halt eine Schnellfahrtstrecke, Jan, weißt du? Das ist normal, ja. So, 9,8 Kilometer bin ich in Riesa.
Sie fahren.
Dann geht das letzte Teilstück bis nach Dresden-Neustadt. Gucken, dass wir über diese eine Kurve da fahren, dass wir in Dresden-Neustadt enden. Ich weiß auch wie.
Sie fahren. Sie fahren.
Ich habe nämlich schon einen gewissen Plan, wie wir nach Dresden-Neustadt fahren. Ich will nämlich über Dresden-Friedrichsdorf fahren. Der Dresden-Neustadt bis der Bahnsteig lang, dann mit Doppelaktion, glaube ich. CE3.
Sie fahren. Sie fahren.
Vor 9 Kilometern noch. Bis Riesa. Gut. Ja, und die LCB ist ja echt schon zu Ende.
Sie fahren. Sie fahren. Sie fahren.
Also ich bin gespannt, was die deutsche Strecke sein wird, auf jeden Fall. Und die österreichische. Bin ich echt mal gehypt drauf.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So, jetzt mal wieder Gleiswechsel. Bin auf Gleis 2 rüber. Wir werden jetzt da über Dresden-Friedrichstadt fahren, nach Dresden-Neustadt. Ich habe ja TC7 schon vorbestellt, Jan.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Der Aufstieg in Riesa in Fahrtrichtung links. Der Bahnsteig könnte ein bisschen zu kurz sein, tatsächlich für eine Doppeltraktion. Ja, das ist ja krass, Jan. Es wird auch ein neues Fahrzeug dann auch kommen, Jan.
Sie fahren. Sie fahren.
Ja, über Geisling, ja, wenn überhaupt.
Türen geöffnet. Türen geöffnet.
So, wollen über Dresden. Müssen schon noch. Kommt da überhaupt? Also gucken, dass wir irgendwo hier halten. Wir müssen über Friedrichstadt fahren. Auf der Lutzer lang. Tatsächlich. Oder nee, ich will tatsächlich hier rüber fahren. Was möglich ist. Mal gucken.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Sehr geehrte Fahrgäste, wir begrüßen Sie im ICE der Deutschen Bahn auf unserer Fahrt nach Dresden-Neustadt. Bitte beachten Sie, dass aufgrund von Bauarbeiten dieser Zug in Dresden-Neustadt endet und nicht zum Dresdner Hauptbahnhof fährt. Bitte beachten Sie, dass dieser Zug dann auch anschließend über Dresden-Friedrichstadt umgeleitet wird und nicht die normale Strecke fährt. Wir bitten dies zur Beachtung und das könnte zu 10 bis 20 Minuten Fahrzeitverlängerung führen. Und ja. ...34 Minuten. Dann geht das Dovetail direkt los. Gut, für 50 Kilometer werde ich ja mal lang brauchen tatsächlich. Ja, genau. Richtig, Jan. Ich glaube, Dresden-Friedrichstadt, Jan. Ne? Weil in echt ist es manchmal so, dass die auch dann nicht nach Dresden Hauptbahnhof fahren, ne? Wenn Bauarbeiten sind. Ich habe jetzt die Route eingestellt, dass er über Dresden-Neustadt fährt, über die Friedrichstadt fährt, ne? Kann ich dir nämlich zeigen, Jan. Guck mal. Fährt nämlich hier unten lang. Hier lang. Guck. Fährt die Kurve. Vorbei in Dresden Mitte. Und endet dann hier.
Sie fahren.
Deswegen. Guck mal, Jan, wie flüssig das auf der PS5 ist. Merkst du das?
Sie fahren. Sie fahren.
Ja, halbe Stunde noch, dann geht's los. Was? Notaufnahme? Alter, was die heutzutage für eine Scheiß bringen kann, das sagst du dir. Jetzt hier los. Ernsthaft jetzt. Jetzt. Ja, besser wie auf der PS4, also damals, wo ich noch gezockt habe. Finde seit ein Update läuft das ein bisschen besser, weißt du? Ja.
Störung. Störung. Störung.
Was will denn der jetzt wieder von mir? Ey, was meinst du, TRUL, Jan? Das musst du jetzt nochmal genauer erklären, Jan. Das habe ich jetzt nicht richtig verstanden. Etwas, was ich im Wohnheim mache, werde ich sogar noch 30 Euro verkaufen. Hol ich mir dann gerade für PlayStation Plus. Ja, und du zahlst die Deluxe-Version, Jan, dann 72 Euro. Also eigentlich finde ich fair von DDG. Sag ja, ich wusste ja, dass 80 Euro reichen für die Deluxe-Version. So, jetzt geht's erstmal über die Kosmiker Kurve. Wir fahren natürlich nicht die Strecke, wo der RE50 lang fährt. Wir fahren natürlich da lang, wo die Fernzüge mal lang fahren. Hier, Jan, guck mal hier hinten. Hier geht die Strecke nach Berlin, wie du siehst. Das ist die Strecke Richtung Berlin, glaube ich. Ja. Hier ist ja Dings, hier ist Großneukottbuser Bahnhof. Hier Richtung Elsterwerda könnte man die Strecke fahren oder Cottbus. Ja, setz dich mal an. Die USA-Strecke gucken wir uns auch an. Aber natürlich werde ich Würzburg, Nürnberg zuerst tun. Wegen deutschen Content. Also, wir werden an 3 verschiedenen Tagen streamen.
Siefrifer. Siefrifer.
Hier geht Richtung Berlin.
Siefrifer.
Ey, ja, stell dir mal vor, wir kriegen den Rhein-Ruhr-Express oder so. Das ist ja krass. So. So, 120 km/h. September sehe ich auch Sympathie in die Fahrzeug haben. Denke ich mal mit der deutschen, ich glaube mit der deutschen Edition geht das schon. Aber ist doch Quatsch, Jan. Hol dir doch die Deluxe-Version. Weiß ich meine, ist doch billiger. Mit 72 € kriegst du 3 Strecken. Plus du kriegst ja auch noch laut 3 Deluxe-Fahrzeuge, Jan. Oh, warum haben wir jetzt rot? Ah, ist doch schon. Rot kann schon mal geil sein. So, irgendwann müssten wir ja nochmal 160 fahren wieder. 22 Minuten noch bis zum Dovetail Direct. gut, wir haben ja noch,
Sie
gut, wir haben noch 80 Kilometer zu fahren. Wir fahren ja über Dings. Friedrichstadt fahren wir. Hier wieder 140 hoch.
fahren.
Ja, ist doch Quatsch, Jan. Kannst du machen, aber das ist Quark. Ja, schon gut, Jan, aber ne? Glücksversion ist besser. Ich glaube, der Mob ist sogar ein Deluxe-Fahrzeug, glaube ich. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, welches das Deluxe-Fahrzeug ist. Aber einer von denen wird es sein. Ja, Take a Ticket kommt, ja. Und der Artikel dazu kommt auch noch. Ich gucke das Video von Felix, der weiß auch danach noch. Ja.
Sie fahren.
20 Minuten noch.
Sie fahren.
Meine alte Erzählung, mein Gott, da Backstein ist dabei. Ja, ich kann doch die Strecke haben. So, jetzt haben wir hier runter Richtung Friedrichstadt.
Sie fahren.
Ja, IC1 wird, glaube ich, fahren dort, ja. Ich glaube, die Baureihe 403 auch. Die fährt auch dort. Ja. War noch Steinbühl. Der LTS2, glaube ich, ne? Ich hoffe, dass dann irgendwann mal die Strecke von Nürnberg nach Treuchtlingen kommt. Über Rot, dann kannst du die S2 fahren. Und die Streckverlängerung nach München muss auch noch kommen.
Störung.
Willst du jetzt da? Nerv mich nicht. Geh uns auf die Geier, Alter. Jetzt haben nämlich die Strecke von der RB 31 hier lang. Als Umleitungsverkehr. Deswegen sind bald in Dresden-Neustadt angekommen.
Störung.
Was will denn der jetzt von mir? Was haben wir jetzt nun wieder eine Störung? Sag mal den Scheiß, den Piss. Es liegt am... Ja, schön. Hab ich schon verstanden. Das Bikini Malibu Airport für 2007 Kratz, endlich kommt Tsw6. Ja, ich weiß doch, Jan. Ist auch besser so. Auf den alten Konsolen hat das halt nichts mehr zu suchen. Das ist nicht mehr gerecht, weißt du. Alles gut, Jan. Es geht ja nicht los mit After Direct. 15 Minuten geht's los. Ich esse jetzt auch gleich nochmal was. Dann lass mir den Abend mit After Direct ausklingen. Sechs Komma 6,9 Kilometer noch bis Dresden-Neustadt. Genau. Aber guck auch mein Stream, ja, ne? Denk dran. Wenn du noch ein Tablet hast oder so. Ich glaube, dann die Wege Dresden. Ja, hoffen wir es mal, sagen wir München noch dabei. Das wäre gut. Vielleicht mal Topping nach Augsburg. So, wir müssen jetzt auch gleich Dresden-Friedstadt durchfahren. Dann haben wir auch gleich unser Lenzbahnhof erreicht. Zocken tun wir dann auch heute nicht mehr. Der nächste Stream wird dann erst wieder am 10. kommen. Da gibt es ja nächstes Mal eine Streampause. Was Megasim schreibt, will TT Simon Beyond PS4? Natürlich nicht. Für die Strecken. So, auf 80 runter.
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
Was willst du? Oh,
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
ernsthaft jetzt?
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja.
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja.
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung. Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
Natürlich.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja.
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung.
Schnauze.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Bitte.
Störung. 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 Störung.
AFB. AFB.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Wir dürfen uns halt befreien, schade. Sehr geehrte Fahrgäste, wir erreichen in Kürze unseren Endbahnhof Dresden-Neustadt. Der Ausstieg dann dort in Fahrtrichtung links. Ja, ich weiß.
Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung. Zwangsbremsen, Zugbeeinflussung. Zwangsbremsen,
Ja,
Zugbeeinflussung.
tschüss.
Störung. 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 Störung.
Dieses Scheißding, Mann.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ja, leck mich, tschüss. Oh, jetzt fällt das scheiß Ding nicht los, Alter.
Störung.
Dankeschön, Scheißkiste. Sehr geehrte Fahrgäste, wir erreichen in Kürze unseren Endbahnhof Dresden-Neustadt. Der Ausstieg dort in Fahrtrichtung links auf Bahnsteig 7. Dort haben Sie irgendwelche Möglichkeit in Richtung Dresden Hauptbahnhof über Dresden Mitte. Können Sie weiterfahren mit den Linien S2, A1 und 2
Störung.
sowie mit den Regiozügen mit Halt in Dresden Mitte. Für Ihre weiteren Anschlüsse achten Sie bitte auf die Anzeigen und Lautsprecheransagen auf dem Bahnsteig. The next station is Dresden Neustadt. This train terminates here. Please alight. Thank you for traveling with ECE on the Deutsche Bahn. Thank you and goodbye. Exit. Exit on the left in the direction of travel. Ach, Sie haben noch sowie Anschluss an die S8 in Richtung Kamenz.
Störung.
Natürlich, ja.
Störung.
5 Minuten noch, Jan. 5 Minuten.
Störung.
Kann sogar reichen für den Kratzer.
Siefer.
Störung. Türen geöffnet. Türen geöffnet.
Das Screen wieder, halt doch mal die Klappe, was meinst du damit? Ja.
Störung.
So, ich mach das Ding mal lauter. Also, ach so, die PS5 von dir. Alles gut. Gut. Okay, gleich geht's los. So, Zugverkehr wird hier nichts mehr gemacht. Die werden jetzt nach einer Runde gucken. Unter 2 Minuten noch. Anderthalb Minuten. Jo, ja, ich auch. Eine Minute. Fünfundzwanzig, 24, 23, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Es geht los.
Hello everybody and welcome to Dovetail Direct 2026. I'm JD, your host for the next 60 minutes of entertainment. But shall we tell you a little bit about what we've got planned for today? I think so. Let's go. Conveniently sized giant logo. Like it. So what is Dovetail Direct? Well, it's our opportunity to tell you here at Dovetail Games everything that we've got planned for you over the next 12 months or so, give or take. Today, the highlight is going to be Train Sim World 7, our new edition of the Train Sim World franchise. We're really excited to tell you about all of the locos, all of the routes, and all of the new features that you can expect from the new game. Hey folks, and we're going to be talking to you about the next 12 months worth of content as well.
Jan, take a ticket.
Ticket sections and our Train Sim World roadmap.
Our roadmap.
So we're really excited to see what you think of that. And then next up, we're going to be talking to you all about this very useful engine here, Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. We're going to be talking to all the people who made the game and a little bit about what Thomas means to them. And we're also going to be finding out a little bit more about the 12 months that we've got planned in terms of content. But the crew are calling me. I'm going to need to get to my set. Let's go. So, we're ready. Are you ready? Dovetail Direct 2026. Let's do this.
Geht los. Oder Trailer.
Nearly there yet. While others say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's the people you meet and the memories you make along the way. Those people probably also say good things come to those who wait. Whilst for others, they say fortune favors the bold. So whether you're into long-haul marathons or short-haul sprints, if you're an early bird or a night owl, a fair-weather flyer or an all-terrain crawler, different people have different ways of moving through life. Maybe they're all right, because everybody is trying to get somewhere. So whatever drives you, whatever your purpose, you are not the only one. Find your way. Train Sim World 7.
Ja.
Hey folks, and welcome back to another Dovetail Direct. I'm Alex, the Senior Community Manager here at Dovetail, and I'm joined by our Creative Brand Strategist and Tickler of Ivories, Benjamin.
Thank you, Alex. Let's see some dubbing essential.
We're not actually live, you know that, right?
Okay, well, there's lots of cool stuff to show you coming up this year in Train Sim World 7, so let's jump into it. Alex, rip off the band-aid.
So First up, from the USA, we're heading to the coast of Florida. Get ready for the Tri-Rail Miami route, and with Deluxe, you get the Tri-Rail GP49. In the UK, get connected with the Airedale and Dovetail network. And with Deluxe, it's 333. And then completing this set, over to Germany, we've got an adventure coming with Nuremberg to Würzburg. And on Deluxe, we've got the IC... the 3, right? No, it was 1? It wasn't 1. No, I've got it. It was the IC4. Of course, that's only the beginning. We have lots of great new features coming soon, including an all-new freight mode, easier controls, and live weather. And a ton of quality of life improvements and a range of new settings that are going to increase the limits of your game. So don't go anywhere. That's right. We've got a huge full show packed ahead. Get into those discussion threads, get on the comments, and get ready because we can reveal that Train Sim World 7 is coming on September 15th, 2026, with early access kickstarting from September 10th. Oh, and you bet the free starter edition is back this year. So if you are new to Train Sim World, you've been thinking about giving it a go, why not? It's free. And if you're already an owner of previous edition of Train Sim World, bring across your compatible collection with you. Basically all the stuff you bought up until this point. Yeah, and you get it with the newest training center and all the newest Train Sim World 7 features. So why not upgrade from Train Sim World 6 to 7? I'm genuinely sorry for what I just did here. For those of you that have heard enough, you can pre-order Train Sim World 7 right this second. But don't worry, because there is a whole show ahead and there's so much more we can't wait to show you. So get comfortable, get ready. Cue the music! Are we rolling? Yeah, here we go. Lucky number 7. You know, at the beginning of a documentary when they sit you down and do that kind of thing. I'm kind of going for that kind of vibe.
When we're looking for routes all over, we're trying to find things that push what we've done in the past, do something different. We have covered the North a little bit in the past, but not to a grand scale. So we thought this was a good opportunity to try and bring some of that different gameplay, bring in a different network route. So we did the Cardiff route, and the network aspect of it was really popular. So this is building on that into a more mainline route.
Yeah, so the Airedale and Wharfdale lines, it's actually one of the busiest networks in northern England. And even though there's 2 big cities at either end, Leeds and Bradford, in the middle you've got all this wonderful, quaint Yorkshire countryside to look forward to. A lot of services will be starting at Leeds, which is a modern, busy hub, lots of different services coming out of there. But as you get going, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming your way from other areas on the route, including freight traffic, a lot of freight traffic on the route, and also intercity services that we all supply along the way as well.
To me, it's the culmination of everything that we've done over the past several years. It has the scenic beauty of Riviera, it has the train variety of West Coast Mainline, the network variety of Cardiff, and the freight variety that we've seen from Tees Valley Line, and also the cargo line packs that third party produce. So it's just the best that Train Sim World has to offer all in one package.
So I coordinate
Dave, hörst du mit reinzuschreiben, danke.
parties we've onboarded now for TSW, and it's just about bringing their
Das muss
content,
ich,
obviously,
das
from
muss ich
inspiration
aussperren.
on their drawing boards to something that's been
Ja,
for
das kann ich
clients.
nicht drin
All
lassen.
of the free routes, I think Airedale and
Nervt die Leute nicht. Wie schiefer oder sonst was, aber fuck mich nicht ab.
play the UK content the most.
Danke.
And I love it when we get these sort of complete networks as a route, so rather than just being point to point, you know, we're going out of Leeds and we've got multiple end destinations, multiple ways to sort of explore and experience it.
So Leeds means you're back to the north. And of course that means you're making the class 323 again. Now obviously we're making the class 331, brand new ultra modern northern train that is used across the electrified
Dummes Geschwätz, natürlich kennst du Dave. Ich weiß, dass du das bist, Dave, weil du verarsch mich nicht.
Which is going to be great for absorbing all that wonderful countryside views.
It's fun to drive, it responds nicely, but it's not difficult to drive. They're nice and clean, they're sleek, and they're interesting.
It's a very common sight out of Leeds and onto the network that we're making.
Again, something quite different, very modern, and gives a lot of gameplay and services to this particular kind of route.
Where there's wires, there's a 331. So 331 is not reliable.
It's something new for tradesmen world.
It's all right. In the deluxe, you'll be driving the 333, which is
Deluxe-Fahrzeug, okay.
Dollars
333.
fishbowl front, so it looks really cool. And
I
Nein.
personally find this quite like a train. Am I allowed to say that?
I actually quite like it. It looks more like a network.
Ich gucke hier gerade im Stream.
A lot of family divides opinion with its looks. I know we've got a few people who are probably going to say they hate it.
But in terms of gameplay and timetable, it's going to add so much more services to the route. It's going to give players a real different experience to that of the 331.
They used to run down south in London on the airport lines, and they've now moved up north. So if you've seen them before, this is where you recognise them from. I think for its time, it looks really modern. People forget how old these units are now. But it's sort of got that same vibe as an 80s car, but looks ahead of its time.
It's been in service since 2001. It's seen many different northern liveries over the years, but it's the classic Airedale line train. You couldn't have one without the other.
And then beyond that, we also include the Azuma 801, so that you'll get those earlier, faster trains that run
Zuma kommt zurück.
Leeds and Skipton. They also run to Bradford, so you've got lots of different services that you can do with that. That's one of the key things with this route, is it's not just a route with 2 ends, it's a route with 4 ends.
And it means that the timetable has all the diversity it needs. It's quite rare for UK routes, particularly modern UK routes, to have a complete freight run on them. So we made an effort with this route to make sure that it has a proper freight experience.
There's a huge variety of freight
Güterverkehr
services
kannst du auffahren.
using the HYA limestone wagon and the
Class
existing Class
66.
66 locomotive.
And the experience of driving the freight services is a bit different, because once the trains get to Skipton, they have to run around their wagons and then go up the freight only branch, fill up full of limestone, run around again, run back down to Skipton, run around again, go down to Leeds, run around again. So you'll be changing cabs all day, every day.
Okay, so I'm Reese Lampard. I'm an audio designer level 1 here at Dovetail, and I'm involved in the recording, editing, and implementation of audio to our locos and routes. Audio is extremely important, as it's almost the make or break. Audio is supposed to really bring you into the immersion of the experience. For the 333 and 331, we recorded at the Neville Hill Depot, which can be found on the route.
We were able to get some really good access and some static recordings there for both train sets. Managed to get everything from all of the air conditioning sounds, turning on and off, and looping round and everything, passenger doors, horns, everything that we could possibly want really for what we need in TSW. It was great access. Northern were fantastic with us. It was just the perfect day for us. Weather wasn't perfect, but that's the UK for you, so yeah, I mean, you can't get everything that you want.
Okay. My name's Nick Farron. I'm a content ops specialist here at Dovetail Games. My role at Dovetail specialises on Steam, platform Steam, not Steam trains. I mainly focus on the storefronts, so I help bring Train Sim World 7 and previous Train Sim Worlds to Steam, PlayStation, Xbox and Epic Games. I'm really looking forward to the Airedale and Wharfdale line TSW7, mainly because of the freight aspect. I mean, let's be honest, everyone loves a bit of Class 66 action. It's about being the driver of a machine that is so powerful and so perfect. I mean, it's just everything I wanted for Train Sim World 7.
For the past several years, we have done quite scenic linear routes, Riviera Line, West Coast Main Line. They very much give you one type of experience. And what we want to do is find something that gives you something different to do.
There's some cool stuff coming in TSW7 where you're going to be able to push the scenery a bit further into the distance. You're going to get some really amazing lighting coming as well. So this route it will be the best it could ever have been.
We know that immersion is really key to our players, and so we're really hoping that audio is going to deliver that.
There's just so many locos there that I'm fundamentally looking forward to playing. Talking to the people that drive these trains is brilliant, and it gives us so much insight to help us try and level up the experience. It's fun. I just wanted to see the Train Sim World for a long time.
Das scheint eine geile Strecke zu sein. Bin ich mal gespannt auf die Strecke. Mhm. Airedale Wave. Nächste Route. Muss die USA sein.
All aboard for the Sunshine State. So we've done lots of East Coast, West Coast, West Coast, East Coast, back and forth all the time, and it's so nice to be able to do something a bit different. We've done deserts, we've done cities, but palm trees, that's something a bit special.
We're going somewhere new operator, new part of the country. The scenery down in Florida is like nothing in the US, really. You've got bright blue skies, you've got palm trees. It's really dense the entire way. It's been a real challenge for the team, probably one of the more challenging US routes that we've made to date. It just never lets up.
When I think of Florida, I'm thinking palm trees, speedboats, beaches. We've really tried hard to bring that Florida feeling into the route.
You know, you've got a mix of going through a couple of cities and then into the countryside a bit more. You've got Pompano Beach, Fort Lauderdale. There's 2 airports nearby the route as well. There's tons going on, lots to see, lots of life in the route.
Oh, the fun one about this one is there's going to be little dolphin statues. So my name's Will. I'm the assistant producer here at Dovetail Games. I go around chasing everyone and making sure that everything gets done on time to a quality that we're happy with, so that the players can be happy. So normally we focused on the East Coast, but I mean, East Coast in terms of like Northeast, where everything's all compact. You've got big high-rises, cramped spreads sort of cities, and I think that is going to be really refreshing on that. Like, you know, we're going to try to convey the fun and fun vibes here.
So Tri-Rail on the BL36PH is sort of their flagship train now that runs just about every weekend. They've had a heritage of other stock in the past, but pretty much the majority of the fleet runs on those now, so we've got those in the game as well. They are supported by Rotem coaches, which you will have seen on other routes previously, but we've got them in 2 different liveries. When you see pictures of Tri-Rail trains, they've got this classic light blue livery with palm trees on it, and it's just gorgeous. It's superb.
I really love the livery of these ones. The rainbows, the palm trees, like how blue and refreshing they are. Makes a change from the UK ones.
They've replaced them now with a modern, simple, dark blue with their core colours, and both of those liveries will be present.
As is quite often the case with American trains, you're very high up in the cab, which gives you a nice panoramic view of the rails around you. You've got airports, you've got beaches, you've got cities, you've got rivers, you've got canals. You've got so much to see out the window as you're driving along.
But for those looking for something a bit more familiar, we've also got the F40PH locomotive and the Rotem coaches and cab cars that they'll be pulling along the way.
As well as getting the Tri-Rail stuff, you're also getting Tsw6 locomotives that have been updated for Tsw7, which makes it almost a really good jumping off point into US content, because with the rolling stock that you get with this route, you can jump in and you're pretty much getting a full experience straight away.
So there's plenty going on with trains moving up and down the line. Yeah, it's a really interesting drive.
Just a really nice
Lux players were bringing a new version of the iconic GP series, GP49H-3,
which is a slightly different locomotive compared to the other 2. Looks more like a freight locomotive and a passenger livery, but it's a nice addition that just gives you that extra variety when you're driving around through Miami.
And they use that for all sorts of things. Sometimes they'll pull them in if they need to. If they've got a low car out of service, they'll pull one in. Sometimes it's used for maintenance of weight trains. We were able to go out to see Tri-Rail for a week or 2 to get recordings of the train. They've only got a small number of them left now, so it was a really good opportunity for us to be able to actually capture one of these and get fresh recordings from the train. So that was huge.
Yeah, we recorded every little button, lever, switch, engines, exhaust, the head and power units. Basically anything that made a sound, we had a mic pointing at it. When it was in its loaded engine state, it rattled the cabs so much. It's like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. But we've managed to get that back in game where you're transitioning between notches and you've got the control stand vibrating, the window vibrates, the windscreen wipers vibrating. It's just like super immersive.
So, some exciting news with the Miami route. We actually reached out to the company that actually installed all of the kind of passenger information systems and the announcement systems for the stations, and they were really great. And they provided us all of the original authentic announcement files. So they will officially be going in to the Miami route. And what's really interesting about the Miami route is that actually all the announcements are actually announced in 3 different languages.
So one's going to be English, one's going to be Spanish, and this one's a really exciting one. One's going to be Haitian Creole.
It's really easy to kind of just assume that immersion comes from just the audio of the trains and, you know, the rolling stock that you see in that game, because that is just the focus of that game. But actually, the immersion comes from the environment around it. And I think the announcements is one key element of that in Miami.
Yeah, Miami was beautiful, really culturally diverse and amazing food, and the people were just so kind. I mean, I'd never seen a lizard before, but there was one running around the depot, and it got chased up a tree by a cat, which I thought was amazing.
We're always getting requests from all over the world, obviously, but we also have like a big player base in America. And, you know, we've done LA before, and we've done New York, and these are all obviously like the first 2 places you think of when you think of America. You know, it's only right that Florida also gets a chance to shine.
This is just really built up the entire way, with all sorts of different sort of architecture and houses and buildings and so forth. They're right up close to the track.
I think there's a massive crossover between interest in aviation, interest in trains. So whenever I see a route that features an airport, it's always like a little plus point for me.
I think my favourite detail in Train Sim 7 is
my kind of favourite set of sounds. It's got to be
the rattling inside the
GP49,
because I devised a little system to play the rattles at the correct transition points between the notches.
They kind of said, "Oh, did you want it like loaded or unloaded in terms of the engine?" And we were like, both.
So we've got it swapping the sounds in game.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of a bit of a favourite of mine.
Reset the same thing.
Did he? I thought it might.
Florida is something new and unique for Train Sim World 7.
We've got airports, we've got built-up cities, the beach on the horizon. I mean, there's palm trees on the coaches. What could be more reflective of the Sunshine State?
Honestly, it's a very different feeling.
We can't wait for you to experience it.
So, jetzt kommt die deutsche Route. Jetzt kommt Würzburg-Nürnberg, meine lieben Herren.
So for Germany, we're going to be winding our way through the low peaks of Bavaria, between Nuremberg and Würzburg.
It's a route that's got a great amount of variety. You have regional passenger services, ICE services, free freight travelling from end to end. But the thing that excites me the most is that it's just part of a much bigger story of German routes in Train Sim World.
Oh, IC1 zu sehen, okay.
When it opened in 1865, it was actually built as a shortcut to bypass the other Ludwig lines. And as a result of that, it became one of the busiest lines in the whole of Germany.
Interessant.
It's a really fun 2-track main line.
40.
Curves and twists around the hills and the valleys. You've got some beautiful scenery that should be really fun to drive.
I mean, obviously it's quite a long route, but it's not barren. You've got 19 stations in there. So again, just like the others, you've got a lot of gameplay variation. In that 100 kilometres, you could be taking an ICE service right up to its top speed, or you could be doing a commuter run in stopping pattern.
So there's a train that we've been really wanting to bring into Train Sim World for quite some time now, and there's been numerous opportunities in the past where we've thought about it. And bringing the BR440 into the game was something that we've been, like I said, been trying to do for a while. It's a really fun, and it kind of supersedes common trains like the BR423, for example.
So it's nice to have a new regional train. This is a classic EMU that is used across various networks in Germany.
And it's bringing that modern train into the game finally, which is just great to see. So when we announced last year, we were looking at the Twitch chat, we were looking at the YouTube channel, and I think 80% of the chat was asking for one train.
This is the single most progressive Germany.
Jetzt kommt so Glücksfahrzeug, ja.
It's in it's such an iconic German train.
It's brilliant to finally bring in this through.
It's the last fitting possibilities. Are you ready?
I think the IC4 is so requested because it it has such a different visual to the other ICE trains.
The ICE4 is not the prettiest of the ICE trains. I think a lot of enthusiasts will agree with that. But what it brings to the table is a modern experience.
Ever been to Germany, you'll know that the IC4 pops up everywhere. There's over 100 of them in operation, and it's great finally bringing this train to train cinema.
We're doing the 12, 13 car versions with its unique boxy experience.
We're all really excited to see how players drive it and how they fly along in the German countryside.
The IC4 actually fits in a different profile to some of the ICs because it can only do
Darauf freue ich mich echt auf den
the
Vierer.
3, the 3M,
Das
the
wird eine Fahrt, ey.
ICP, and that's really interesting. So I think it's that variety that people are looking for and having that more modern
Beide
train.
sind mehr auf der
This is such an iconic German train.
They're so instantly recognisable. They've just been so in demand.
So really happy to finally be able to deliver that.
So we know that immersion is something that's really key to our player base, and we've been going out to Germany for recording trips to gather as much audio as we can for these locos, but equally we've been working with third parties, community.
So we've also got an incredible group of people on the beta team, supported as well by the people in the business out in Germany, who were able to actually go out to route and help share lots of really cool reference.
The beta testers, they're so knowledgeable about like the information that we might not have, and like, you know, coming together and like helping to build the best game possible, really.
Okay, so my name is Rahul Chani. I'm the UX researcher at Dovetail Games. My job is to essentially run playtesting, bring fans, non-fans, gamers in general into the play lab and show them our products so that they can give their feedback and we can make changes to the game based on what they tell us. One of the things that I don't do is bring people in to discover a bunch of bugs and all the little programming flaws that can ruin or frustrate a player's experience. QA are a separate entity. They do really hard work for Dovetail Games. In the games industry in general, they're unsung heroes, whereas what I do is to discover where the gap in experience is. My whole focus is on game design and whether the design that is intended is being experienced through the products that we make. What I'm currently working on is a playtest for Tsw6. I'm going to be bringing in players next week, in fact. It's been really fun talking to not just the train enthusiasts, but particularly that's a group of people that I have never had an exposure to. I've never had an interest in trains before. So not just getting to see how everything works through working at Dovetail, but also getting to have FaceTime with real fans, real people, real train enthusiasts, real people who have this like deeply ingrained knowledge about trains. I think just having people come in and test at those milestones, simply that process has made an impact. Knowing that their feedback will have a direct impact on the products that we make to make the best version of Train Sim World that we can.
One of the real strengths of this route is the variety of traffic, whether you're shunting in a little shunter or doing something in the IC4, doing commuter trains in the L440, or all sorts of other trains, loads of layers coming in from the rest of your German collection. It doesn't matter what you're interested in particular, there's something going to be here for you to have fun with.
I think it's so nice that we've been able to bring so many ultra-modern trains to Train Sim World 7. What I'm honestly most excited about is the fact that being one of the busiest routes in Germany, the gameplay is going to really keep you on your feet.
We're really looking forward to seeing your screenshots of the IC4. That's if you can keep up with it. We fixed that with the camera, right?
These trains are particular icons of Germany. They're so recognisable all around the world, so we just can't wait for the players to ship.
Ja, Deluxe IC4. Jetzt kommen die Core-Features. Bin mal gespannt.
Hello again, everyone. We hope you enjoyed watching a sneak peek of what to expect in Train Sim World 7, and maybe some hints to the features that you'll be getting as part of the core upgrades. As a quick recap, if you're joining us now,
Aber jetzt mal gespannt, was sie uns
we are
bringen.
bringing you the Airedale and Wharfdale network from Leeds and Bradford to Skipton.
Auf Leeds nach Bradford.
This comes with the new Northern BR Plus 331 and the HYA Limestone Hopper Wagon. On Deluxe, we're adding the Northern BR Class 333, which we're
Die Class 33
headed for the
Fahrzeug in
USA.
England,
We are
okay.
going to the Sunshine State with Florida Tri-Rail, Miami Airport to Boca Raton.
Okay, das Deluxe-Fahrzeug ist ein 4i Rail
Also featuring the
GP
new Tri-Rail
49-3.
BL36PH. For Deluxe, you'll also add the Tri-Rail GP49 to your collection. And finally, for all you German fans, we have got Bahnstrecke,
Die 440, 442, 401, Vectron und die T4.
You've been asking for it, and it is finally here. The DBBR 412 ICE4.
IC4 ist die
Let's dive
Version.
into how Train Sim World 7 is raising the ceiling on the experience, giving you more modes, more options, and more performance out of your systems. I believe we had some magical animations prepared. Oh, look at that! I'm appearing in my freight train Final Four, with his pink, of course. Here to give you the rundown of TSW's latest mode, Freight Hauler.
And it looks like I'm a lost container car in a completely wrong yard. Yippee for me.
Buckle up, JD. We've got a whole new way to play coming to TSW, voted as a top feature from our player surveys. Pick your favourite locomotive, identify the freight that needs moving, and find your way to the correct destination across your favourite routes.
You should be able to find all of the freight you need using your map with details on what it is and where they're headed.
You'll be setting destinations and taking total freedom of how you get the job done. As long as everything ends up in the right spot at the end of the day, then you'll complete the mode and get a debrief screen at the end.
We've been speaking to the devs at Dovetail, and it turns out you'll get a whole range of freight to deliver, from bulk to liquid to container cars to vehicles, lumber, and general load to boot as well.
Freight Hauler fits right into TSW and will be compatible across services and gameplay. Just look out for the Freight Hauler compatible flag on the timetable menu.
Can you go to the next feature now, please? I don't really want to be a wagon anymore. And now for the latest weather, live from Dovetail headquarters. And I'm still a wagon.
Live weather. That does sound good, JD. I like what you're saying. Let's take a look at some of the fun new places you'll be visiting in Train Sim World 7. Clouds and rain in Leeds. It looks like we're having snow in Nuremberg in August, and bright sun in Miami. Whatever the weather, in Train Sim World 7, you'll be able to get live data from real life directly reflected in-game. With live weather, you can experience the route exactly as it is.
Live-Wetter, okay, ganz geil, muss ich sagen.
As a bonus note, we've also made improvements to the dynamic weather system so that changes in the weather happen more gradually and generally are more stable.
So you've got full control on what weather you do want, and the weather you see will act and change more realistically whether you're looking for a little overcast or the full storm.
That's the weather. Back to you in the studio for our next feature. Listen up, class. Here comes our next feature, making it easier than ever to learn and play Train Sim World.
Professor Pedalston, I have a question. Why am I still a wagon?
Silence! Let's learn about simplified controls. The best and most accessible way to drive coming to Train Sim World 7.
Right, second question. What do you mean by simplified controls?
In essence, picture a setting which completely changes the physics setup of the train, where you can drive with only a couple of keys and quick shortcuts with the key systems. It's everything you need, but made very easy and highly accessible.
What if I'm an experienced player and I still want to do the traditional Train Sim World experience? You're not making the physics all like this, right?
Correct. This is a separate option entirely, only in effect when enabled. We're hoping this can open up all new options for new players learning the game, or a chance for people to relax even more when driving.
It sounds so simple, Professor Pedalston, that even I'm getting it. Sounds great. Is there anything else that I need to know?
Well, simplified controls is built for easier driving, so some of the advanced simulation behaviours and mechanics won't cross over. Plus, it'll only be accessible for timetable and free run. We don't want to break or invalidate our existing and new scenarios.
I'm getting it. It sounds like a great way for new players to get familiar and then jump into the full simulation when they're ready.
The student becomes the master. A+ for you.
Oh, this is new. I'm loving the look, Matt.
Now this I can get behind. Let's see if we can spot some of the extra updates coming to Train Sim World 7 in their natural habitat. JD, what's new with you?
Nothing, apparently. But I've got one update. Look over there. Oh, wow. Look at that. We've got a new setting allowing you to turn safety systems on by default.
Wow, that's a good one. Of course, we're here to offer the best simulation experience we can in Train Sim World. And as a highly rated feature from our player surveys, we're giving you the option to turn safety systems on by default before you enter the cab.
So now there is no escape on the preview streams from spamming. Of course, you can turn the setting off again. Just be aware that with it on, expect those safety systems to be active the next time you hop into the cab.
I've got a new one. Oh, that's beautiful. We've got all new epic settings for PC.
Whoa! What's that all about?
Well, there's been so much new and powerful PC hardware upgrades since we first launched Train Sim World. And we haven't offered options to let players really utilise their settings to the fullest. So now we're finally unlocking that potential with a range of maximum quality options.
So get ready for increased draw distances, improved shadow quality, colour ranges, and skylight intensity settings with more control in your hands to get the experience that you want from Train Sim World. Oh, look at that! All new graphical improvements. Matt, can you see what they are?
Yeah, JD, that's amazing. There's DLSS, DLAA, FSR, and using DirectX 12 as default. This is going to help with upscaling. It's going to give the gamer a smoother experience. There'll be some frame generation, boosting performance. This is incredible stuff. And take a look here too. Improved load times.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Even for those who have a huge range of add-ons installed, you'll be heading in and out of the game and main menu much faster than before.
Tell you what, JD, we've got a few more features in the works. Let's share them too.
Oh, that feels good to be back to normal, man.
Yeah, you look a lot less waggony.
I feel less waggony.
Traffic Updates, TSR Updates. Okay.
What an awesome list so far. What else have you got for us?
Well, first, you've all been sharing great feedback on our temporary speed restrictions feature from last year, and we're adding a range of new improvements that should add more randomness, more variety, and uniqueness to the TSRs you experience on services.
We've also got a range of improvements that will help improve passenger behaviour on trains and on platforms as well, as we know this is an area you've suggested that our teams look closer at. And also rated very, very highly on our player surveys over the last year too. Of course, with Tsw6 comes a new look of paint as well. We've redesigned our menus, taking on board more feedback to bring you the best interfaces possible when playing, and making it as easy as we can to jump right into the action.
Speaking of jumping into the action, let's talk Steam Deck. Train Sim World 7 is now Steam Deck ready, giving players more flexibility to enjoy the game away from their main setup. We've also added Steam Cloud Save support, bringing Steam closer in line with console save sharing and making it easier for Steam Deck players to pick up their journey wherever they left off.
Next, we have a few updates that were heavily suggested from players in the community. First of which is a big one. We have increased the setting of the max speed of external cameras, especially supporting console players, but allowing everybody now to keep up with their high-speed trains. Also, we have a button on controllers to help toggle the bell, which we know is very helpful for those playing US content and taking part challenges as well.
One last one from me. We've added a settings option for an AI conductor to handle door operations whilst you're driving. Opening and closing doors, managing the guard buzzer, that's typically something the driver wouldn't be expected to cover. It's a new setting and only enabled if you want it, letting you focus on the driving and the experience.
Letting you play Train Sim World 7 your way. And that, my friends, is our lineup. What a list. Quick recap from the top, Matt.
Dive into our new freight hauler mode. Drive easy with simplified controls and experience all new live and improved weather.
On top of that, grab a huge range of new quality of life updates with huge improvements to performance, visuals, loading times, and giving you more settings than ever to improve the experience how you like it. And don't forget about the extra changes we're working on directly from your feedback. The refreshed UI, updates to TSRs, improvements to passengers, and additional tweaks that should help make Train Sim World 7 the best version to date. So, now you know everything that's coming, why don't we take a look at how you can get involved? Train Sim World 7 will be available through the free
Als von die
starter edition,
Bundles,
as well
okay?
as standard,
Free,
deluxe,
Standard,
new
Deluxe und
edition.
Ultimate
So let's talk
Edition.
about what you can expect
Okay?
from each bundle. The free starter edition is available for everybody. It allows players new, existing, and old to find their way in Train Sim World 7.
Ab 15. September
Carry
gibt es dann
across your
Free Starter
collections on Steam, Epic Games, PlayStation, and Xbox into Train Sim World 7. Find out more in our FAQs. You'll get the updated training center, including 3 new training center scenarios, all new collectibles to find, get access to the new Train Sim World 7 core features, including simplified controls, epic settings, graphics improvements, and faster loading times, AI conductor, as well as everything from previous Train Sim World editions.
Up next is Standard Edition, best for new players starting out in Train Sim World 7. This includes all of Train Sim World 7's core routes, Tri-Rail Miami, the Nuremberg-Würzburg line, and the Airdale and Wharfdale line. It also includes the Train Sim World 7 core features, including Freight Hauler, live weather and weather updates, simple controls, and more. This edition also includes up to a 10% pre-order and or loyalty discount, depending on the platform you're playing on.
Next up, we have Deluxe Edition. Now, this is best value for those Train Sim World enthusiasts building their collection and jumping into Train Sim World 7. You get all of the previous benefits from all the other editions, including all TSW7 core routes and features, but you also get 3 new deluxe locos as well, including the ICE4, the Class 333, and the Tri-Rail GP49. You'll also get that up to 10% pre-order and loyalty discount, depending on the platform you're playing on, and a 5-day early access too.
Up next is the fantastic new Ultimate Edition, best for collectors out there to build up their add-ons for the best value price and that 5-day early access. This includes all the previous benefits and has additional Ultimate Edition content with Leipzig-Dresden, the Morristown line, the Riviera line, the DBBR294, the NJ Transit ALP45DP, and the BR Class 220. Don't forget that 10% pre-order and loyalty discount depending on the platform you're playing on and that 5-day early access. Now that we've covered everything with Train Sim World 7, remember that you can pre-order the edition you want most right now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. We'll also be sharing the Train Sim World 7 roadmap over the next couple of days and hosting preview live streams for all of the core content.
But we are nowhere near done yet for tonight, so stay with us and let's learn more about the content coming to Train Sim World 7 beyond the launch. We'll be covering this in a few parts, starting with some of the add-ons coming right after launch that you might already know about, then leading into our famous Take a Ticket show with all new announcements and ending up with a full view of the Train Sim World roadmap, including some final reveals too. And of course, for the Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor fans watching, we've still got lots of exciting things to share with you coming soon.
Hä? Ein Ticket? Doch, Take a Ticket kommt noch, glaube ich. Ich hoff's, Alter.
Thanks, JD and Matt, and hello again, everyone. Now, just before we dive into the excitement of Take a Ticket this year, I wanted to spend a few minutes covering some of the exciting new add-ons that will be releasing
Take a Ticket kommt gleich.
very soon after launch. Of course, the fun doesn't end with our core content, and you can expect incredible brand new experiences headed your way from our third-party developers. Let's start first with TSG's next release, Neckartalbahn Heidelberg to Neckarons. This is a scenic double-track and fully electrified mainline that winds through the picturesque Neckar Valley. Get the new BR23, the first German steam loco in Train Sim World with reworked steam physics. Also, get the BR140 included with the route, giving you multiple ways to experience traffic as you journey Germany's most beautiful natural landscapes. With 53 kilometers of track, 15 stations to explore, and set in 1974. Sticking to the era, this time let's head to England for a new route from Just Trains. This is Cumbrian Coast, Carlisle to Whitehaven. You'll experience coastal running between Workington and Whitehaven with rural scenery and industrial landscapes. US players, we've been talking about High Iron Simulation's first route for some time, and it's coming soon. Get ready for the Southern Pacific Ore Line's Hayden branch. This is one of America's most renowned and historic Class 1 railroads, with dramatic western desert scenery. Get diverse and challenging heavy-haul, round-the-clock railroading experiences with the GP35 diesel road switcher and authentic equipment and rolling stock. You'll be transporting copper ore right from the mines straight to the mill, with 20 miles and 5 stations, including Ray Mine, Hayden Copper Smelters, and completing our trio of routes set around the 1980s era. Let's switch up the pace for this next add-on, coming from our developers Follersworld, with Rhein-Liesbahn, Duisburg to Mönchengladbach. Here comes a beautiful, scenic route that's over 100 years old, with large stations in big cities to open field and foliage. It's got a strong focus on freight operations, especially in and around the Kempark area. Journey across the historic Hochfelder Eisenbahnbrücke and find yourself across the industrial branch lines, detailed yards, and the freight bypass between Wright and Viersen. Finally, coming soon is our next new country into Train Sim World. Of course, Portugal awaits in Lisbon, Setúbal. This is coming from brand new developers Virtua via 360. And you'll be operating the busy suburban and ECS services between Lisbon and Setúbal with the Series 3500 EMU, fully licensed by Vertigus, featuring full on-board announcements and Portuguese safety systems and signaling. And with this line, we're bringing something new to Train Sim World, the 1668mm Iberian gauge. And you'll be sightseeing major landmarks on this new adventure, crossing the iconic Ponte 20 y Cinco de Abril Bridge on your 54-kilometer route. So there you have it, a fantastic selection of add-ons, all in the final stages of development, ready to release into Train Sim World 7 after the launch.
Tsunami-Line, okay. 19. September habe ich gelesen.
Let's head to the Take a Ticket show with brand new announcements from Harry and Jan.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our third ever Take a Ticket show.
Take a ticket,
Community Manager and Social Media Manager at Dovetail Games.
And I'm Jan, another member of our community team.
Oh, jetzt bin ich
If
gespannt.
you're a regular of our channels, you'll have seen us all over the community already.
We'll be your host for today's show. And this is what you can expect.
Take a Ticket is
for tonight. Let's see them one last time and get ready for the reveals. As you can see, tonight we've got lots to look forward to, with every ticket being a brand new announcement, including new remasters, 2 brand new developers coming into the scene, and is that a Netherlands flag?
all right. Enough teasing. Let's get the show on the track with the first ticket. Here's Take a Ticket.
Here we go. Well, let's dive in with our first ticket coming from the UK. All Aboard Studios are taking us
Bon, Birmingham nach Shrewsbury.
It's a 42-mile route between Birmingham New Street and Shrewsbury, with notable landmarks including Shrewsbury Castle and the Shifnal Viaduct. Explore Shrewsbury, a complex junction station with runaround and shunting movements, as well as regional, local and freight traffic. Drive the Transport for Wales Class 158 DMU across 9 new stations between Wolverhampton and Shrewsbury, including Cosford and Telford Central. Why don't we let
one of our brand new TSW development partners take the spotlight now with a new coastal adventure coming to the UK in the Atlantic coast, Far to Newquay add-on from Brascan Games. Get ready for coast-to-coast Cornish route featuring local GWR passenger services, catch the sun over 20 miles and 7 new stations between Far on the south coast and Newquay on the north coast. Hop aboard the GWR Class 150, as well as hauling an all-new JIA China Clay wagon. Also, enjoy the Foy branch line between Lostwithiel and Foy Harbour for layered freight gameplay.
Hey, who's looking for a new expert level challenge? The Train Sim Germany team have got their third expert project coming up, and it's something we know you've been suggesting to our teams for quite some time. Get ready for the expert ÖBB Railjet. A new series train arrives from the Train Sim Germany development team. Travel along Vorarlberg, Semmeringbahn and Salzburg-Rosenheim with the Taurus and Generation 1 train sets of the ÖBB Railjet. An expert-level locomotive with real faults and problems similar in scope to the Expert BR101 and Expert BR145. Included with the release will also be the ÖBB Class 116, the first and second class cars and Bistrowagen.
Now, let's reveal another US route, but this time something brand new is coming from the Dovetail Games team. It's the NJ Transit Bergen line. Jump straight into all new scenic journeys out of Hoboken with a new route from the Dovetail Games team. Operate a range of new stock included with the route, including the new GP40PH-2B diesel locomotive and the new Comet 5 cab car and trailer.
Now, why don't we take a look at the Transpennine Remastered route and the Class 37 Loco add-on.
Remaster,
With a major
okay.
scenery and lighting overhaul, with entire
Not
cities rebuilt modern
Mhm.
standards. A brand new timetable with the Class 37-0, bringing the Northern Transpennine route to life. Full updates to the rolling stock are of course included, as well as stock from the BR Heavy Freight Pack.
Okay,
Latest
Update, die Route.
Plus,
Gut, ja.
with the Northern Transpennine Remastered ending in Leeds, it's a perfect link to our new UK Airedale and Wharfdale network.
Following the huge appeal of our first Dutch route, we're heading back to the Netherlands.
Niederlande?
Amsterdam.
Nein.
Experience the Netherlands in a brand new way. Travelling through busier city-style environments. Branch down to the coastal town of Zandvoort and follow the main line through the Netherlands' iconic tulip country and the historic city of Leiden. And take control of the new VIRM multiple unit for this route, featuring double-decker passenger sets.
And finally, as our final ticket of today, we've got one last announcement that we know fans from the UK have always wanted. Get ready, as the Alan Thompson Simulations team are bringing London King's Cross into Train Sim World. This is a huge project for their team as we head back to the East Coast mainline. We know you're excited, and we'll have many more details to share with you in our Train Sim World roadmaps. And that's everything we have. What an incredible range of tickets.
Let's take a look one last time over everything. I'm so excited to share this with you all soon, and you'll hear more in our roadmaps and news over the coming months. For me personally, I'm most looking forward to the Netherlands route.
I'm more of a Railjet guy. Speaking of roadmaps, let's pass to Alex and Matt, and I heard there's even more announcements to come.
Whoa, what a great take it.
TS7 locomotive from Grumblog Games, Northern Class 158 from Skybird Games.
This will also join perfectly with our Train Sim 7 Northern Class 331 and 333 trains.
Class 466 GNS branch from Firefly Simulations, and the DBBR 212 Class V100 locomotive from TSG. And finally, it's very early days and coming from a brand new dev, Railforge, but we're taking TSW to a brand new country.
Oh, I can't tell you, Matt, how many messages I've had about this country. You go ahead, it's all yours to review.
The Railforge are currently in development of a Romanian route as a longer-term project, so I'm sure we'll show you all down the line in later roadmaps.
Romania, oh my gosh, just what an amazing way to end all of our announcements tonight.
Whoa, hang on, Alex. Just before we finish the roadmap section, we do want to talk more about what you can expect from the year ahead with Train Sim World 7 and give you an
It
overview of areas
okay,
we're
krass.
developing before launch.
That's right. We're going to show you a look at our own seasonal roadmap, building from your community feedback, thoughts from our surveys, and our vision to keep you informed of where we're taking Train Sim World. The plan is having a major update every few months.
Many Thomas and Friends fans at Dovetail.
So far, you've seen so many exciting developments and things going on.
So, das war's mit Train Sim World. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ich streame dann am 10. September, wenn dann ich das Dings habe, den Vorabzugang. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Abend.